Hi, I'm Matt Keys, the publisher of thedesk.net here at the TV of Tomorrow show, and we're speaking with Scott Warren. He's the president and general manager of KPIX and CBS News San Francisco. How are you doing this morning?
Good to be here.
So CBS is doing some really interesting things with augmented reality and virtual reality, and it started at your station. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, we started about a year and a half ago. And we decided that we wanted to tell a different kind of story. We wanted to bring the audience into the experience, make it more of an immersive experience. But the most important thing is to provide more context and perspective to stories. The best place to do that was weather. So we started with weather, and we built an environment where our meteorologists can walk across a map through mountains. We have fog and clouds coming across those maps in real time, so that the clouds we're projecting on the map are the exact same clouds you're seeing in the sky at that moment.
Let's take a step back. CBS actually took one of its studios and the equivalent of a green screen, which we have seen in weather for decades, you turned the whole room into a green screen, right?
Yeah, we started with one. We went in, we had a big warehouse kind of room. We tore everything out of it and put up a giant green bathtub and started weather in there. We learned really quickly. It was very successful and very easy to do and gave us so many options that we blew out our other hard set as well and turned it into a giant green bathtub. So we have no hard sets. We are all 100% AR, VR.
And how has the response been from viewers in a market like this, which is so competitive for local news?
Yeah, most of it has been excellent. Especially the younger the audience, the better. Some of the older audience took some time to get used to. I used to get emails, what are you doing? What does this look like? I don't get it. And I would write back, just stick with us, hang with us. And they would literally write back 3, 5, 6 months later going, I get it, I love it, I can't watch anything else.
And now we've seen, as of this week, we're taping in late June, just this week, CBS launched its 8th AR VR studio in Dallas, right? And you're in most of the markets have AR VR sets. How are the other CBS O&Os using them? Are they using them for sports? Are they using them to help supplement their news programming? What does that look like?
I think they're all following our path. They all started with weather because it's the most dynamic. And it gives the most context and perspective. But then soon you see how great the system is, and sports gets into play, and we start using it for sports. And then immediately after that, you're like, well, let's go all in, let's do news. So Philadelphia has gone all in. They're 100%. Denver is very close. And now we have LA, Dallas, New York, Miami. Miami's going all in as well. It's just so compelling and so much fun to use.
Let's talk about local news for a moment. Local news is one of those things that really sets local broadcasters apart from the cable networks, from the streaming platforms, from everyone else. Talk a little bit about your commitment to local news programming and how streaming might help you expand where the broadcast signal might be in national programming. Like, are you guys doing any kind of streaming-focused programs or
Absolutely.
anything like that?
Absolutely. Our mission first and foremost is to serve the local community and to be hyper-local and to be able to bring people information from their communities. And we do that starting with our storytelling and how we do that. But then it's how do we distribute this? And we're by definition broadcasters, so we're doing it over the air broadly. But we can get more narrow as we go to each of the different platforms. So we have our own local and national streaming channels that we do right out of KPIX. We do 6 hours of national news for CBS's 24/7 national newscast streaming, and we do local news, both rebroadcasting our over-the-air newscasts, but adding other shows in the mix as well.
And let's talk about sports, right? Because sports is a big thing that's still driving people to linear. Of course, we know about all the major national deals. CBS has great deals with NFL and with PGA and a bunch of other franchises. But at a local level, you guys are doing some really interesting things with the local sports franchises. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, we have 2 broadcast stations. We have KPIX and KPIX Plus. So we have a lot of airtime to be able to play with sports. And if you're talking about baseball or basketball, there's a lot of games, so you have to put them someplace. We have this place to do that. So we have a deal with the 49ers that we've had for a long time. We're the preseason partners for them. We just became the broadcast partners for the Valkyries. It's now the most valuable WNBA franchise in the country, and it just started, and we get to be their partners. And so we're broadcasting 36 of their games, and then we're talking to others. Right now there's a great opportunity to be hyper-local with hyper-local sports.
Boy, I feel like I could talk with you all day about what your station and what Paramount's doing in local news and sports, but we're out of time. So I appreciate the conversation today. Thank you for coming to TVOT. It was great meeting you and great speaking with you.
You too. Thank you.